Welcome back to Marriage Hot Takes. Thank you for taking time to join us today. We are your hosts, Aaron and Kim Degler. We just like to come to you each week and share a little bit about our experience over the last 22 years of marriage, some things we've learned, some things not to do, some things to do, and kind of everything in between. We kind of each week we like to end with a hot take, just something you can take into your marriage, your relationship that will begin a conversation that we hope will challenge you, will not only challenge you, but change you. So we like to end with that. Basically, the only thing that we have scripted is our hot take. Everything else, we've kind of discussed the topic and some thoughts about it. But everything else, we just kind of share kind of what we talked about, but nothing really outlined or scripted. So we'll get started with today's episode.
Okay.
How you doing?
You're attractive to me.
That was my.
I know. It was your Joey move.
Yeah.
I know it well.
Yeah. Joey is if you don't know, friends.
Uh-huh.
Friends reference.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you always give it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always give the friends reference? Or the
you
how you
always
doing?
give the how you doing.
Yeah. How you doing?
That's your come on move. Lucky, I know. Don't be jealous.
You're watching, you might saw my face get red just now. But we are going to talk about attraction.
Yes.
And, over the years, when you're dating, what initially gets you to ask?
You're attracted. You see someone and think they're attractive. I would like to know them better because they're hot, or oh my gosh, back in our day of junior high and high school, it was he's so fine. So that just meant that you found them attractive.
And typically, I would say probably for the majority of everybody that is married,
at one point you found them attractive, and
yes,
hopefully you still do.
But after,
that's the goal.
But things happen, right?
Yeah, you age. I mean, you're not going to look the same as you did 20, 30, 40 years ago. I mean, you're going to have had a life together. And so that will then show in each of you on the life that you've had.
And initially, I think sometimes the things that makes us attractive when we're just starting dating or just about wanting to go out is the newness.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That the things that we found attractive in the beginning might just be everyday things now.
Like what? What do you mean?
Well, like maybe you started dating her or him because he was fine, mm-hmm, or because she was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, wow. But I think over time, and what we're going to talk about today is that wow factor diminishes.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes less. And maybe it was wow because he or she was a go-getter, or like didn't procrastinate, or was always on time.
Mm-hmm.
And though that
not physical attraction,
but both, because we're going to talk about physical attraction, emotional attraction, mental attraction. So some of those things that yes, you were drawn in by the attraction, mm-hmm, but maybe the beauty is like, well, I see her every day.
Yeah, I forget she's beautiful.
Yeah. Or the thing that was like, he is always so on time. Like, oh my gosh, do we always have to be
always so on time?
Yes.
It changes.
Yes, it does. And so how do we, over the years?
And the same could be, she always takes such good care of herself. Meaning she gets ready and, and it could turn into, she takes so long to get ready. It just.
And that's what happens.
The way you look at it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the things that you were attracted to in the beginning can become annoyances, mm-hmm, the longer you're married.
Right.
Because we just, because that's the life now. That's now like you said, she takes care of herself. She gets ready. She gets fixed up. This process has taken so long, and we need to be on time.
Right. Again.
Again, where maybe she was getting ready earlier because she wanted to make sure you're on time. Now it's like you can wait on me and those things.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to talk a little bit about today. How do we keep attractive as the years go by?
Mm-hmm.
Not only how do we stay attractive, but also be attracted.
Mm-hmm.
And so how do we do that? And I think there's a lot of different ways. Maybe we start with physical, because we'll start with what really attracted us to the other person initially.
Right, which was physical attraction.
Which was a physical attraction. So how is it that we maintain that over the years? A responsibility for both husband and wife, man and woman.
Right. Well, and I think that varies. In my opinion, I would think that you're going to work out and you're going to eat right and you're going to do all the things so that you can kind of stay in check. But to a lot of people, they don't. That's not part of their lifestyle. So being attractive to your other person isn't. It's not dependent upon that. It's just what is attractiveness to them. What attracted. So I think that you take those things that were initially, what you were attracted to or whatever, and you try to keep those up.
And I think it's sometimes what happens is I got her, I got him,
and I let it go. Yeah, I think that does happen.
Because partly maybe it was younger, and life
I
does
snagged them,
and life does change.
Yeah,
and there are some hard things in life that you go, I just don't know if I have the energy.
Yeah, and there are hard seasons of life that you just don't have the energy for that, and that's okay. And you don't have to be a certain way. I mean, attractiveness is. I mean, when you're married, I feel like there's always you're always going to be attracted to them. We have talked many times about, do you think that will you always be attracted to the other person? And like, what if you don't necessarily look over at your spouse and think he's attractive or she's attractive? And then how does that look? And I think that's a real hard thing to think about. But I always think at the same time, there's still always those emotional um, characteristics that then draw them to them.
And with you saying that, I think we talked about when it comes to physical attraction, and go, well, I'm just not attracted to them anymore. Talking about their physical,
Right.
There's often reasons beyond the physical,
Right.
that are emotional, that are mental, things that those attractions have fallen off.
Yeah.
And so it makes the physical attraction.
Yeah. If
less.
you were mean to me all the time, I wouldn't think you were attractive in any way.
Mm-hmm.
If your personality was lacking and you then all of a sudden were not the same person I fell in love with, and you were mean and abusive or, said ugly things, all of those things, well, obviously I'm not going to think you're attractive.
Mm-hmm. Because I think those things.
And could be the other way around. If I was mean to you,
Mm-hmm.
or if I said terrible things to you all the time, then one, you're not going to think, I think she's attractive. And two, then your self-esteem becomes super low because I've said all of these terrible, terrible things to you to make you feel in that way.
Mm-hmm. And so it's a whole lot of issues that go into the physical attraction.
Mm-hmm.
It's as we've talked about, speaking life into the other
Mm-hmm.
person, doing those things for the other person,
Mm-hmm.
Making them feel confident,
Mm-hmm.
have self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
And when they carry themselves different, that makes them feel different.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're pouring into their emotional side. You're building up, being a launch pad, as we talked about
Right.
before, in their hopes and dreams and things like that. So that physical attraction. So I dare to say, if you're having a physical attraction problem with your spouse currently, there's more to it than them just him or her looking attractive or unattractive to you.
Right. I agree. And I have recently heard that um, if you find yourself not thinking that your spouse is attractive, or if you find both of you feel that way, one thing that you can do more of is go have fun together, because and put yourself in those situations of having fun, because that's what you did in the beginning when you did find her attractive or him attractive, and you started going out and you went on dates and you went and did all these fun things. Well, you're putting each other together as having fun. I saw this study. It's not really a study, but they talked about for different shows like The Bachelor, or maybe some of those new ones like Love Island. I'm not really sure, but I've just heard that word, Love Island. I think it's a
Mhm.
show. But I know The
It's like the
Bachelor,
reality shows that
yeah, trying to
put two
connect
people
two
together.
people. They put them on specific dates, one on one, of going and having fun, because that you're attracted to them while you're doing those things. And that's why they do those kind of activity type dates, because you look at the other person differently.
And so the question is, if you are unattractive to your spouse currently, when was the last time? Have you not? Are you not dating as much
Right.
with each other? Are you not having fun together? You're
Yeah.
not spending time
Go
together.
have fun together.
Because I think you're exactly right. It's when you have a shared common thing,
Hmm.
and a lot of times on those shows, I think you mentioned that it shows, then they start dating or they want to get married, whatever
Hmm.
show it is. They have a back in the day love connection
Hmm.
because of what they're doing.
Right.
It's
Right.
bringing them closer together.
Yes. Yes. And if you're just, working every day and coming home and paying bills and taking care of children, and tomorrow we're going to work and come home and pay bills and take care of kids and wipe butts and all of those things, there's never a moment that you really look over and go, man, he is so hot while he's paying those bills or eating his dinner or snoring in the bed next to you. That is, you know, you got to take a break. You need to go have fun. You need to go on a date, because those are those moments. Yes, while he's doing the dishes, he looks really good. But at the same time, if those are the every single day chores, and they're, paying bills is not fun, and working is not necessarily always fun, then you need to get out and do those fun things and be able to see that person differently again.
Because it is. I mean, you dated, you went and watched movies, you played
Putt putt.
putt.
You did some rock climbing.
Yeah, we did do that.
We did.
Yeah, but you do things together, and then what happens is, because you, like you said, the stuff you're doing every day that's kind of draining you.
Hmm.
Maybe you're not doing together because you're taking care of kids, you're paying bills, you're going taking kids to school, you're doing all these things, but they're separately. You're
Hmm.
still in the same house, but you're separately. And when you can go out on a date, you can do fun things. You can
Yeah,
do things you both enjoy doing
and laugh.
and
Hmm.
laugh, and you begin to find why you started dating.
Hmm.
Why what he was funny, she was funny,
Right.
witty, smart, had ideas,
Yeah, those things that you might not see in every day.
not just mom or dad
Yeah. Yes.
or
Son or daughter,
mhm.
or roommate. Because that's what happens a lot of times is, are we are we roommates now?
And so, I mean, I think we'd really challenge you if you are in that place where you're not finding your spouse attractive, then mm, go out on some dates
Hmm.
and say, well, we're just never going to have that attraction again. Because too, um, when when you start connecting again, it starts rekindling those emotions and those. This is why we um, started dating. This is why we found each other even more attractive, because it's just like all the new things you find out about the person. You start learning things. You start um, learning things about them, what they like, what they don't like, and that's attractive,
Hmm.
and it makes you interested again.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I can't wait to go out on a date with them or go be with them
Yeah.
because I want to know all about them.
Yeah.
And when was the last time maybe you talked about what was maybe bothering you,
Hmm.
or some dreams,
Right.
or
Or, just sit and laugh and talk about conspiracy theories. I mean, anything.
mhm,
But
or people watching?
yeah, go anywhere that you can people watch. But I do think that you could do that challenge of, try to go on a date at least a couple of times a month for several months in a row, and maybe a nice date, maybe an activity date, and switch it up and see how those feelings change when you look over at the other person.
Hmm. For us, with our supper club marriage group, once every quarter,
Hmm.
we each one couple chooses the date,
Destination,
the
date,
destination.
whatever we're gonna do.
Yes, and it's usually some sort of activity.
Hmm.
We're going to go all eat together, or not, but we're going to go do
Well,
something
we're always
else.
gonna eat.
We're always going to eat. There's always going to be eats and drinks.
Yes.
But we go and we do something together,
Yeah.
because sometimes you and I get real bad about not going out and doing those things.
Yeah, we're terrible about
We'll
it.
go out to eat and say, well, we had a date, but
It's
go out and do
not the same.
something. And we kind of started this, I think, to kind of make all of us make sure we're doing that at least every couple months,
Yeah.
every few months. And what happens is we're all laughing.
Mhm.
We're having a good time.
Mhm.
You and I talk about, beforehand. We're
Mhm.
excited about going, about what we're going to do. When we get done with the day, well, that's so fun. We talk about how much fun we had, what
Yeah.
we liked.
Yeah, and for that specifically, we have 3 different couples planning that, so it's a it's I mean, it's something that you may not normally choose to
Hmm.
try. I mean, we've done a dinner theater,
Yeah,
so
because the couples, whoever's choosing, it's their choice,
yeah, yeah,
and so the rest go, okay, let's try it.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
I mean, we did a speakeasy.
We did, we
Yep,
did,
or we
and
dressed
we
up
dressed
in
up.
the 20s, and
Yep,
um,
yep.
went
Did a
and
comedy show.
yeah.
We've done it. We have done a lot of good ones, but
Hmm.
yeah, go have fun.
Hmm.
And if that doesn't work, always pull out the how you doing,
How
and
you doing?
you never know how that works.
And it might be, you might be a point in your relationship where, if how you doing goes, oh my gosh, get away from me. Clear sign,
Yes,
it's time for a date.
you might need to go on a date
Yep.
if you can't
Um,
laugh.
yes, if you can't laugh and chuckle about it, and it might be one of those dates that you go out on the date and you might just get a kiss and it's a good night and that's it, and that's okay.
But you dated that way before.
Yes, and so
Hmm.
maybe that's where you have to start again.
Hmm. Yep.
Um,
Or you may get a shake the hand
or yeah, I mean, your relationship might be. It just gets
at the point where you may shake hands and go to bed.
yes.
That's okay.
You might
Yeah.
not even get the half hug.
No, you
It's
may
just
not.
and the point is, that's a starting place.
It is the starting place. Yeah.
And just like when you were dating, when you first got together, you had to be intentional about it.
Yes.
Sometimes you said, "Hey guys, I can't go out with you because I'm going out with her.
Yeah.
We're going to go do some stuff. I can't go play golf. I can't do this. We're going out." And you got excited about it. So the same thing is true.
And you cleaned yourself up and you wore cologne and you did something to yourself.
Yes, because
You didn't just be like, here I am.
you were trying to impress.
Yes.
And
Do
so
that again.
take it back to that time.
Yes.
Maybe it's just a clean pair of jeans and a button-down shirt,
Hmm.
or maybe it's no ball cap.
Or maybe it is a ball cap turned around backwards. You
Maybe
never
it is.
know.
You never know what got her going.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know that I've seen you in a ball cap turned backwards that it didn't like. So.
Yeah, I mean, I had more to say, but since this goes out to the world, I'll just keep it to myself. But it's those things that maybe those are the things that she liked when you're dating, and so you try them.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of times, and again, it's all personal, but there are a lot of things that, I have told you in the past, like, I think that's so attractive. And you go, You know, that's just what it, there are different things that,
Like that I do.
yes,
Yeah. I'm
yes.
like, well, that's dumb.
You're like, what? I didn't do anything. But to me, you did,
Mhm.
So I just think you need to find those things again. And that takes intentionality of looking at your spouse in a different way than
Mhm.
what you're used to looking at him.
And just and I would think that if you're in that place where you don't find the other one attractive, you're going, "Ugh, I have to spend a whole evening with this person. Um, it, and if your relationship and your marriage is important to you, then
Hmm.
yes.
Hmm.
And you start looking for those things that were attractive to you at one time.
Hmm.
And it may not be right now physical.
Right.
It may be the smile. It may be the way she holds her fork, or he opens a door, or
Hmm.
whatever, pulls your chair, whatever it is.
Right.
Start finding those things again, because again, if it's not a physical attraction, there's more to it. You're
Right.
not connecting um, emotionally, and we've talked about that before, about sex and how that is physical and emotional.
Hmm. And you
Um,
gotta have one's gotta have one, and one's gotta have the other.
and so those, there has to be connections
Yeah.
there. And so that's our challenge. And as always, I caught you off guard.
You
We'll
did.
have a hot take for you to take away into your marriage, your relationship, and then start. Hopefully, this starts a conversation. We encourage you that if maybe you're listening to this and you want to start dating your spouse again, you send it to them
That's right.
and say, and
What do you think about this?
it's a lead, and say, what do you think about this?
That's right. Today's hot take: attraction isn't found; it's maintained.
And when we talk about maintained, it's from um, when you first start dating.
Hmm.
And I think if we could tell all married couples that are just getting started, you have to work at it. It has to be maintained.
Yeah. It's like a maintainer for the road. You got to come maintain it every once in a while. If you
Hmm.
don't, you let it go, it turns into crap.
Or we live on a dirt road, and they just maintained our road. After it rains, it's bumpy. It's got
No,
holes in it.
you got to straighten it out.
You got to straighten it out.
Yeah.
And they do that every so often.
Hmm.
Otherwise, if it's let go, we would live. We need a 4-wheel drive to get down.
That's right. And that's how some marriages look. They're not maintaining them.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. The rocky road.
It's a rocky road, and if you're on a rocky road,
If the snoring at night makes you want to put the pillow over his face and hold it down until he stops, it's time for a date.
yes, that may that may mean you need to go out on. And a date, before we finish up, a date is not anything just wild and crazy. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be expensive.
We've discussed that before. It
Yeah.
can be a picnic on the back porch. It can be corn dogs and French fries and a candlelight.
Yes.
I mean, it can be anything. It
Hmm.
doesn't have to be expensive.
It can be an Uno game. It can
Grab
be a Skip-Bo
McDonald's
game.
and drive around the country roads.
Yep. It can be very simple. Just somewhere that you can have a conversation and talk, and begin maintaining that rocky road that was once there. So, as always, thank you so much for joining us. And again, if this might apply to your current marriage, then send it to your spouse and say, "What do you think about this?" And get that conversation started. And say, "What do you think about um, a date?" And and share it with others that you might know. And um, we just appreciate you joining us on Marriage Hot Takes. And I'm Aaron,
And I'm Kim.
and we'll see you next time.